Hey, Rojo, obviously this is the most work you've had. I mean, we're late in the season. How does your body feel? Did the bye week help you? And, Coach Arian said that when you guys are playing well, it's because you're running the ball, you're getting it started. Is that sort of the way you feel?
Yeah, my body feels good, coming fresh off this bye week and everything. And yeah, I appreciate Coach for saying that. You know, definitely put in a lot of work this off season, and it feels good to be able to be one of those players for the team just moving forward.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go over to Luke Easterly.
Rojo, going back to the off season, Bruce was obviously adamant that you were their guy, right? You were the lead back, and he had that faith in you. They went out, they spent a third round pick on Keyshawn Vaughn. They went out and signed a couple veteran guys, but he maintained that focus and that trust in you. And you've mentioned it a couple of times with regards to certain moments, whether it was a fumble here or certain things, and how he's kind of stuck with you. Like Rick said, we're now at this point in the season, and you're still that guy. You're a top 5 rusher in the NFL. What has this season meant to you, both from the confidence from your coaching staff and your ability to kind of live up to those expectations and deliver?
Yeah, it definitely means a lot, and again, as a player, all you can do is ask for that opportunity, and they're giving it to me, and I just got to make the most with it and take it and run with it, literally. So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
And obviously, you guys have you control your own destiny in the playoff race. How much are you looking forward to the fact that these 4 games are basically playoff games for you guys, and you kind of have everything in front of you in order to make a playoff run for the first time in your career?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely exciting. Like you said, got to focus for this last game stretch because one game can make the difference, and definitely yeah, gonna see what happens around the league, but we know what we got to do, and we're gonna get it done. So.
Thanks.
All right, we'll go over to Mark Cook.
Hey, Ronald. A few weeks ago, Coach Arian was talking about the Giants game. The fumble led to a touchdown, and how you kind of got down on yourself a little bit, and he wasn't going to let that happen again. And you responded obviously well in the Carolina game. What did Coach say specifically to you that kind of got your chin up off your chest and kind of gave you confidence to continue to play well as you've done since that game?
Yeah, he didn't really say too much, but he was just like, next series, you're going back in there, and that's what happened, and that's the thing, you just got to keep playing because you're gonna make mistakes. Those guys get paid too on the defensive side of the ball. So yeah, just got to bounce back. Good play, bad play. Just move on and move on to the next one. So definitely what it was.
And the guy that'll be lining up on the other, team that plays the same position in Dalvin Cook, second leading rusher in the NFL. I doubt you've got much of a relationship, but maybe you do. I don't know. But, I'm sure you watch that guy a lot, right? I mean, you probably watch other running backs in the league. And what do you see from Dalvin Cook? What do you like about his game? Is there anything that you even maybe try and pattern your game after a guy that's that successful in the league?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, yeah, like you said, top 2 rusher right now. And yeah, I think with him, it's a lot of the vision and his footwork, is really good. And yeah, I definitely watch his film, things like that. So yeah, always looking to add things in my game. So yeah, he's definitely one of the top dogs in the position right now.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go over to Kevin O'Donnell.
Hey, Ro, Bruce was saying just a couple weeks ago he thought you guys were a tired football team. How tough was it, going basically 12 straight weeks without a break, and what did this break do for you guys, do you think?
Yeah, it was definitely needed, good to get your bodies back, but stay mentally locked in, things like that. So it was good, and yeah, we look back, to coming back on home game, this Sunday. So yeah, we're not tired no more.
You guys are in the playoff push here with 4 games left. What has Tom said? What was kind of the message he's delivered to you guys? He's been in this position obviously his whole career.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he just said, it's time for guys, step up. There's no more rookies, things like that. Everybody's just gonna have to take that next step and mentally lock in and focus because yeah, like you said, these next 4 games will control our destiny. So yeah, it's time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up, Jenna Lane.
Hey, Rojo, there's this adage you hear a lot of in football circles that the teams that run the ball really well and play great defense in December are the teams that ultimately win. How much of a sense of responsibility do you feel, especially knowing that Coach Bruce Arians said what he said earlier about, this team, when they play really well, it kind of starts with you. Do you feel an added sense of responsibility when you're toting the rock out there?
Yeah, I don't. When you look at the guys we have around and, everybody else that can make plays, yeah, I'm just trying to, do my part. So at the end of the day, yeah, as long as we come away with those wins, all the pressure's gone. So, yeah, just got to keep producing and turn them into wins.
You guys have so many new pieces on your offense this year that it's kind of hard to have like a real solidified identity. But do you feel like you guys have a better idea of who you are and what you do really, really well as an offense, and kind of what you can utilize here in these next 4 weeks as you're making that push?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Coach always talks about, we want to stay balanced, keep the defense, guessing out there. And I think that's one of the things we do well, when we are, at our best, it's a combination of those two things. So definitely, got to pick it up for this last stretch and then, into the playoffs. So it has been the goal.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go over to Joey Knight.
Rojo, it's obviously imperative that you guys do better on third down, especially early in the game. I'm sure that's been an emphasis. You can practice catching, you can practice blocking and things like that. How do you practice getting better on third down? What can you do to improve?
Yeah, so third down, yeah, obviously there's some money down. So got to keep the drives going, like you said, and that was probably one of the issues when we got down the last game, just not being able to convert. So yeah, obviously it helps our defense, it helps the offense, and we could get more drives, more points scored that way too. So definitely, yeah, it's gonna be the emphasis moving forward.
All right, we'll go over to Luke Easterly.
Rojo, this season obviously has been incredibly unique, maybe in the history of the NFL, with all the things that you guys have had to deal with because of COVID.
Definitely.
What's it been like, not just as a player, but just as a person? What's the human aspect of having to go through all these changes and challenges and the mental toughness it takes to kind of get through a season like this as a player and a person?
Yeah, it's definitely been different, like you said. Yeah, not only as a player but as a person. Yeah, still can't go outside, do the normal things that you do. So yeah, a lot of enjoyments, a lot of Uber Eats, things like that. So yeah, definitely been a different year.
Thanks.
All right, that's all for today. Thanks, Ronald.
Thank you.